After the market sold the news, with the successful Cardano Alonso hard fork in September of 2021, there was a slow realization that real utility could still be on the distant horizon for the network. This was not a strange expectation, as the hard fork was a major milestone in the Cardano roadmap. While Cardano investors dusted their shoes and sat back expecting huge returns that would come from the hard fork, they had their heads handed over to them as the ADA coin price crashed from its all-time high to just a few cents. They're still nursing the pains currently, so is there any reason to bet the farm on Cardano once again? The Alonso hard fork was highly anticipated in the Cardano community, as well as cryptocurrency sphere at large. It was the big thing in 2021. The smart contract functionality was meant to allow Cardano to become a platform on which developers can build decentralized applications, dApps, and even mint non-fungible tokens, or NFTs for short. The milestone was remarkably hailed as the point in the development of the network where the mission truly began. However, in contrast to the bullish predictions, the news of the execution of this milestone didn't prevent ADA from crashing. At the same time, it didn't deter many from getting excited. Mary Tebouet, the chief marketing officer of crypto exchange Gate.io, said, "This changes everything for Cardano. For the longest time, Cardano was known as a smart contract platform without the smart contracts. But now critics will have to change that narrative. With the advent of actual contracts, Cardano's utility and usability go through the roof." While overwhelming feelings engulfed the hearts of many in the Cardano community, Cardano's parent company, Input Output Global, chose not to get carried away. A blog post from the company reminded the Cardano community that development is still early and perhaps not to expect too much. As a matter of fact, it read, "Let us be clear, there will be bumps in the road. Early user experiences might not be perfect. Some early dApps will have issues. We'll see some great development teams and support ones. This is a permissionless, decentralized blockchain, so this is inevitable." The blog post also cautioned, "There are high expectations resting on this upgrade, some unreasonably so. Cardano watchers may be expecting a sophisticated ecosystem of consumer-ready dApps available immediately after the upgrade. Expectations need to be managed here." Alas, the greatest shocker hit the Cardano ecosystem. The 88 coin price crashed, and we're still nursing the pains now. Cardano's story is a sour one, and it definitely gives people the creeps. So, do you share the same opinion? However, for Cardano, whenever it seems like there is no light at the end of the tunnel, something just pops out to change this narrative. And we think that it's time to celebrate the efforts of the Cardano experts who painstakingly try their best to elevate the hopes and dismiss misconceptions. Dan Garbandello is one of them. In his latest analysis, the popular trader and analyst Dan Garbandello predicted that Cardano ADA could conservatively reach 750 in the next bull run. He added that the altcoin's total market cap may reach $250 billion in the next cycle as well. Well, if things work out well and ADA's market cap rises above the conservative $250 billion target, Garbandello believes that it will continue to soar as high as $500 billion, taking the altcoin price to $15. He also speculated that ADA may outperform the two market leaders, Bitcoin and Ethereum, with this potential bullish move, as its DeFi ecosystem continues to grow in the bear market. Although he is extremely bullish on ADA, just like every other expert out there, Garbandello did not completely rule out the possibility of the crypto's price trading flat or even dropping further in the next few months. In terms of timing, he estimated that the next altcoin season, where ADA's price will likely enter this massive move, will take place after the 2024 Bitcoin halving event. Plus, according to Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, 2025 is the bull year. We may not talk about it often, but Dan Garbandello's unflinching boldness about Cardano ADA is quite admirable. He's given a lot of bullish updates about Cardano, and it's safe to say that he is the last man standing for the platform. Maybe. In May, he went ahead to share with his Twitter followers that he's been building on Bitcoin and accumulating on Cardano. It's the ultimate crypto place, he claimed. This was at the time when many found little to no reason to hold Cardano. The crypto expert is just a devoted Cardano fan. Lately, I've been building on hashtag Bitcoin and accumulating hashtag Cardano. It's the ultimate crypto power play, is what he tweeted on May 10th. Furthermore, in a tweet, the entrepreneur and YouTube crypto blogger also extended support for Bitcoin ordinals, saying that the Bitcoin maxis are trying to cancel them in Web3 as well, and thus this was a disgrace to innovation overall. He did not specify what exactly he had been building on the blockchain of the leading digital cryptocurrency, but acknowledged that it was not Bitcoin ordinals just yet. In one of his recent videos, Dan Garbandello shared why he continued to believe in ADA and his bright future, hoping that it will ultimately begin to outperform the rest of the crypto market. He also tweeted, "The recipe that excites me about ADA." So, what is he trying to imply? Dan Garbandello tweeted that Cardano underperforms in bear markets and outperforms in bull markets. And this is a recipe that makes him excited about ADA with perfect ingredients for any value investor. Also, more reasons for believing in the upcoming triumph of ADA on the market are its fundamentals and the DeFi seasons Garmendello expects to start soon. He added, "Let it be known that Cardano underperforms in bear markets and outperforms in bull markets. This is the exact recipe that excites me about ADA. Perfect ingredients for any value investor. All this without even mentioning the fundamentals in DeFi season which is upon us." Interestingly, Garmendello drew his followers' attention to the Twitter poll conducted by @WhaleChart user for his 342,000 followers, featuring ADA and Bitcoin. The poll did not seem to have any peculiar topic aside from which community will win, ADA or Bitcoin. Out of the 14,030 participants, 54.9% voted for ADA, while of course the remaining 45.1% chose Bitcoin. Quite impressive if you ask me. Speaking of polls, do you remember the one that was set up by the Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin last year? Poll for Ethereum community. You wake up in 2035 and 80% of all transactions plus savings in the world are in one currency that is not ETH. Which one would you prefer it to be? He tweeted. Many wondered whether this poll was born out of Buterin's insecurities about Cardano ADA, but all the same it was conducted. Ethereum has a strong community and following, so when Vitalik asked the public which crypto would be a suitable alternative to Ethereum, the response was enthusiastic. Cardano ADA won the Twitter vote with 3.1 million followers. Perhaps Vitalik is not completely convinced, so he continued the discussion by adding a fresh set of alternatives to the poll. Over 600,000 people voted, with 42% choosing ADA as the winner. Voters could select between Bitcoin, USD, Sol, and ADA. Generally, most cryptocurrency owners, investors, and fans keep an eye on Cardano ADA, although Ethereum continues to be one of the most popular options. But we cannot deny the fact that Cardano's leverage is irresistible. But back to Garmendello's claims. The crypto YouTuber also posted a tweet criticizing those who have been praising and hyping the world's largest asset firm BlackRock and its endorsement of the flagship cryptocurrency Bitcoin. A couple weeks ago, BlackRock, with a $9.09 trillion worth of assets under management, sent a shockwave across the markets, submitting a filing with the U.S. securities regulator to set up its own Bitcoin spot exchange traded fund. As expected, BlackRock's filing was instantly followed by several other Wall Street companies, including Fidelity, also wishing to create their own Bitcoin spot ETFs. These Wall Street giants even rolled out their centralized crypto exchange EDX. These overwhelming factors pushed Bitcoin's price up high, allowing it to regain the $31,000 level. Since the start of 2023, Bitcoin's price has increased by 83%, twice surpassing the Nasdaq Composite Index. Bitcoiners on crypto Twitter, including big names such as Anthony Pompliano, instantly began praising BlackRock for endorsing Bitcoin and its new level of adoption and interest from institutional investors. Garmendello was not in support of this, so he criticized those Bitcoin advocates since they're not praising Bitcoin for decentralization or freedom from the manipulative thieving banks, but for the fact that BlackRock is now holding a huge Bitcoin bag. Everyone in crypto is hyped about the world's largest asset form endorsing #Bitcoin, not for decentralization or freedom from manipulative thieving banks, but for their crypto-bagged value, he tweeted. I want to make sure that you guys remember he isn't a Bitcoin critic. But one thing that ADA investors keep forgetting is that Cardano ADA already has an all-time high of $3.10. And given the flurry of bullish predictions put out by Dan Garmendello, $7.50 might just be the next ATH. But while this looks like a hard pill to swallow, it's something that might be worth believing in. But that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you click on the subscribe notification buttons, and we'll see you in the next video.